Hello Gundam fans, this is Prime92, and today I'll be looking at the 1-100 Master Grade version 3.0 RX78-2 Gundam. So this is the newest incarnation of the RX78-2, the new way to build Master Grades, the next stage in Master Grade evolution. And this is the Core Fighter. We're starting small, and I don't really think they could have done too much with this to improve it over the 2.0. Because as much as I remember, it's basically the same. You have the clear cockpit, which you can slide back. It's a little harder on this one, at least for me. I can do it, but it likes to get caught. Oops, there goes the landing gear. But it gets caught in here, so I prefer not to. And it's hard to get your finger into it. And you have a little pilot in there, and you have little missiles you can flip up right there. And the landing gear is clear, just pays into a hole, like that. And you do get a little, I would say it's Amuro Ray, but you know what? They don't have an unhelmeted version. Just a spacesuit guy. I mean, I would assume it's him, but we don't really know. Just some space dude. And you can have it standing next to the, next to the Core Fighter if you want. Or just have him sleep. He's tired. He's tired. He's working underneath it. Now, of course, transformation is exactly the way it should be. You can actually take this little peg here and flip the cockpit forward so it's in the proper position in mobile suit mode. Collapse the nose cone. Take the wings, push them in, fold them into the core block, and then fold the nose cone, and the tail fin goes down. So it's in core block mode, just as you'd assume it would be. And here is the RX78-2 Gundam. Now, I can have this thing complete because, like a lot of other versions, bigger versions of the RX78-2, including also the railgrade, I should mention, you have a Core Fighter that can transform into the core block, or you have a mock core block, which doesn't transform, which is a big gray piece of plastic with the cockpit in there for the pilot. So you get another pilot. You get 3 pilot figures with the 2 actually sitting down, and you do have a little hatch, that can open up here, so we can walk out. This one is really hard to open. I haven't actually been able to open it yet, and I'm not going to try it, but it should open. Anyways, also, you do need this core block if you're going to use the LED gimmick in the eyes, because the Core Fighter, this raised piece, it's too high, and it actually pushes the LED out of the head. So this one is actually flat, so you can actually use the LED. And the LED is right here. It does not come with one. This is from the Perfect Grade Strike Freedom. I've used that a lot. It still has a little bit of juice left. Not much though, as you can see. It's the little light that could. But it does line up perfectly with the grooves in the neck. And so if I turn off the lights, if the light stays on in the head, without putting the stickers on, you can see eyes, camera. It doesn't quite get through the back. Oh wait, maybe it does. A little bit, no, not really, but you can definitely see it in the head. I'm not a big fan of the LED gimmick in the head. I don't really care for it because this is the only time I'm ever going to do it. But it's okay. It really doesn't hinder too much, that I find. Let's conserve that power, and for the sake of the review, let's put the Core Fighter inside. It's very secure once you peg it in. So, there we go. Just pegs into the bottom here, and come on, slides right out. Just make sure the hatches flip up a bit, and you can slide that into some grooves at the top, and then the little pegs around here, and the holes will line up with all little connections right down here. So it's a pretty secure fit once you get it pushed down like that. And This is the completed RX78-2 Gundam. The way it should be. And I gotta say, this thing looks amazing. I love every little detail. Definitely real great inspired with the multiple colors. You've got 3 colors on the white. You got the normal white, you have a slightly off-white, more of an eggshell, and then you have sort of this one here, which is more of an almond color, a little darker color. And then the blue, you got like the normal blue, this light blue here. Even the gray. There's a couple of shades of gray. There's the gray on the backpack and the hand covers, then the gray on the inner frame. And there's also a slightly lighter gray, which you'll be able to see easier on the accessories. But yeah, it's got beautiful detail all the way through. The now this is one of my problems with the actual kit is all you get for the decals are stickers. There's no water slide, there's no rope transfer. Sticker, sticker, sticker. Big sheet of stickers, as big as the model itself, and I don't like it. Yeah, it's real grade, but this is not a real grade. I want some rope transfer at least. I don't like those. I'd rather have water slide, but I'd rather have something than these. But some third-party company will probably come out with like water slide variations of these, but for now, I'll have to use other ones. What can I do? So that is annoying. But other than that, this thing looks beautiful. I love how this thing looks. The head looks really good. It's proportioned well. Just great all around, gotta say. So yeah, this thing, amazing. Now the articulation is really good as well. The head, even though it has the LED gimmick, it's not limited. You got double ball joint, so it can go up and down here and forwards and back, so you can get the whole and it rotates freely. I do feel the neck is a little thick at certain angles. It looks a little too like bulky, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Arms. Whoa, the arms. Now this is another thing they're carrying on from the real grades. I wish they wouldn't. These flaps, which are hinged at the back panel, but the thing is, they don't come down with the arm. You lift the arm up, and they stay. Where older master grades, it's pegged into here, and so when you lift it up, it's part of the shoulder connection, so it just comes right down. I do know why they did that, because the arms are actually hinged in a way. Well, that's not supposed to happen. Actually, the first time that's ever happened. But it's hinged so you can pull it out away from the shoulder. And then you can actually... There's a little teeny panel right here, which actually flips out a little, and then up. Of course, it's going to come apart on me, because why not? But it flips out and up like that. So you can actually get the arm really freaking far up. That is amazing. You can get some pretty interesting poses with this guy. Look at that. That is bizarro. I love it. I do. And yeah, it's not a huge deal. You have to push the panels back in. I just don't like it that much, because sometimes they get caught. But still really good. Of course, the arms can rotate all the way around. Go rotate at the below the shoulder. Double jointed elbow. Really nice. Pretty good jointage there. See the inner detail. I love that. I love this right here. You got the ball jointed wrist, which has a separate panel, which also this part here can move. It's a little more forwards and back. You got the super articulate fingers. Every knuckle, every joint does exactly what a hand should do. Love it. The stomach, there is a little bit of side-to-side motion. Not a whole bunch because of the core fighter in there, and some forwards and back. And that little joint down here, which connects the core fighter, forwards and back there, and rotation. The front skirts are on a hinge and a ball joint, so you can get them up that far. Side skirts are not that movable, and the back skirts are a little more, but they are connected on a joint similar to like the Master Grade Blue frame. And they're actually more secure on that joint, and then some of the panels pop off. They can also see they can move down and up and still stay on. The real, I want to say the real grade, but the blue frame would probably pop off there. The hips will go forwards, and back, and out. They don't rotate too much at the hip because of the way the armor is designed. It kind of like goes up and down, up and down. Really nice. Look at that. God, I love that. Really nice bend in the knee. You got even the panels down here. I just love it. Just love it. And then the foot can go forwards and back. There's actually a weird connection here where the ankle goes. It's different. It goes forwards and back, and there's a little separation here on a hinge, so it actually gives it some slack. It's actually meant to do that, and that rhymes. And the foot armor can move up and down. This part here, the back of the foot, is on a ball joint, so it can move out of the way. And then the heel's on a joint, and the foot will go forwards and back, and side to side on a ball joint, and that pops off a little too easily, and the toes can move. So this guy is pretty amazing in terms of the articulation. You can get some pretty good stuff with him. So yeah, the articulation is amazing. Amazing. It does have a few problems, like I've said, but not that much. I mean, yeah, the ball joint, at least on mine, at the angles pop off a little too easily. Panels here, kind of annoying, but it's a small price to pay, really. So yeah, articulation, great.